Practical wisdom of minimalism. Minimalism can help you find freedom. Freedom from fear, from worry, guilt, depression, and the traps of the consumer culture that can overwhelm our lives. This does not mean there is anything wrong with having material possessions. Today's problem seems to be more about the meaning we attach to our things and what happens when it is too much. Minimalism teaches you to value what is important. If we had to sum it up in a single sentence, we would say minimalism is a way of life that focuses on the essentials to achieve happiness, fulfillment, and independence. Minimalists seek happiness not through things, but through life itself. So, it is up to you to determine what is necessary and what is superfluous in your life. A word of caution, however, taking the first steps are difficult. The initial steps frequently result in significant shifts in your thoughts, actions, and habits. But the path towards simplicity becomes a lot simpler and more satisfying as you progress. Minimalism is defined by its clarity, purpose, and deliberateness. At its foundation is the deliberate promotion of the values we hold most dear, and the elimination of everything that serves as a distraction. As a result, it compels you to better nearly every element of your life. What is the focus of minimalism? Consumerism does a great job of focusing our attention, energy, and activities on things. Its survival depends on the fact that people want things, buy things, use things, consume things, and then want and buy more things. Most of us say that family, relationships, and people in general are much more important to us than things, our possessions. However, our behavior most of the time belies our philosophy. For example, how much time do you spend at work compared to time spent in active relationship with friends, family, or even yourself? When you're not working, how much time do you spend interacting with things, especially your cell phone, instead of actively interacting with the people you deem most important to you? How much money do you spend on stuff? Do you have things you bought but rarely use, maybe still in the packaging? Inconsistency between philosophy and behavior. I'm not criticizing or judging anybody for any of these behaviors. To one extent or another, we are all products of our society, and our society revolves around things: wanting, researching, buying, using, consuming, replacing. We have all been trained to be consumed by consumerism. What I am saying and pointing out is the inconsistency between our philosophy and our behavior towards things. If we don't have it, we want it, so we work harder and harder to get what we want. The purpose of minimalism is to align our focus with our philosophy of life. Minimalism aims to move our focus from things to people, health, the arts, activities, and the environment. Minimalism aims to move our focus from consuming to creating, from consuming to truly enjoying, from consuming to relating. Minimalism aims to shift our focus away from possessions to things of true value. How can minimalism help your finances? You learn to prioritize spending. Minimalism pushes you to embrace what is truly meaningful to you. This will inevitably translate into your financial decisions. When you're not concerned with getting certain objects, but instead acquiring specific experiences, your approach to money spending changes. Identifying what is most important to you will assist you in setting spending priorities, which will significantly enhance your overall financial management. More freedom. Financial minimalism will potentially result in a nicer bank account. However, it educates you to be in control of your money, rather than be ruled by it, which is true financial independence. Helps you gain clarity around your core values. Minimalism is about letting go of what doesn't matter in your life and focusing on what does. The things that matter to you typically revolve around your core values, which, once identified, can help you through the process of eliminating and adopting a more minimalist approach to your life. Minimalism means buying less, which means spending less. People often buy things because they are cheap and look like a great bargain. However, because they are so cheap or such a great bargain, you end up buying more and more unnecessary things. As a result, you spend more money over time, not less, on things that don't align with your core values and don't bring you much satisfaction in the long run. Allows you to focus on paying off your debts faster. Buying less means having more money to put into what is essential for you, like getting out of debt. The more money you put into paying off any debts, the faster you can get out of the cycle and start putting more of your money towards your financial and life goals. How to overcome consumerism and develop minimalism. You've already realized that minimalism is a good philosophy to have for many reasons, not least for your financial life, right? But where to start? Is it necessary to let go of everything? Moving house? Calm down. Let's start small. Recognize the possibility. Throughout history, numerous people have adopted a simple lifestyle that opposes and overcomes materialism. Take inspiration from this example and acknowledge that you can join this movement. Adopt a traveler's mindset. When we make the journey, we just bring what is necessary to accomplish the adventure. As an outcome, we experience a sense of lightness, freedom, and flexibility. Adopting a traveler's perspective for the duration of our lives provides the same benefit, not only during our vacations, but in everything we do. Therefore, attempt to bring only what you require to be joyful on the journey. Accept the advantages of possessing fewer things. We rarely contemplate the advantages of possessing fewer things. However, when benefits are evident, they are easily comprehended, acknowledged, and frequently requested. Of course, they are completely felt only when we truly begin to live on less. Accepting the realization that there is more joy to be found in possessing less than there is in owning more is a critical step toward overcoming consumerism. Realize that your money is valuable, so choose how to spend it wisely. The financial resources we receive have great potential. We should dream bigger with our money than the new television in the department store. A good example is investing a part of the money you earn to multiply and later achieve financial independence, being able to accomplish most of your financial goals. Before we further continue our discussion on this topic, if you've enjoyed the video so far, consider subscribing, as we frequently upload such informative and educational videos. Let's continue. Renew your commitment daily. We are bombarded daily with ads of all kinds and in virtually all media. All this stuff for us to see and desire. Rejecting and overcoming consumerism is a daily battle, and a commitment every morning, or every hour if necessary. Create a budget. Let's start with managing expenses. I like to keep it simple. Regardless of your income, you should spend less than you earn. Otherwise, the math doesn't work and you go into debt. This all sounds like common sense, I know. However, the problem is that common sense is not common these days. First, you must know how much money you need to survive, and then to realize that everything beyond that is just a wish, often a superfluous wish. Get rid of the excess paperwork. Multiple monthly financial transactions can lead to piles of paperwork piling up in your home. You may not even have the time to read this, but having large amounts of documents can be stressful in and of itself. Get rid of any paperwork that is not necessary. Transfer billing invoices and bills received on purchases to a financial tracking application. Whenever feasible, pay in cash. Yes, there are some advantages to this. It eliminates the need to accumulate receipts and track expenses to determine how much money you have in your account, or to make payment after spending, as you should with debit and credit cards. Using cash, you can complete your transaction and proceed. Utilize your credit card for larger transactions that may require buyer protection or may result in a return. Then, alter your economic life by making minor purchases with cash, even if it means avoiding the accumulation of installments that often results in debt. Simply remove any services that you do not require or utilize regularly. You're probably paying for memberships and goods that you don't use very often. By eliminating them, you will simplify your life and eliminate other expenses from your budget. The fewer payments you make, the easier it will be to manage your finances. Time to minimize your life. Take a long, hard, honest look at your possessions and see how much you use, need, want. How often do you use these things? Get rid of things you no longer find beautiful have sentimental attachment to, or no longer serve a useful purpose. Sell or give away all the things you identified in the previous step as not so important. Your unused consumables may be just what someone else needs. Escaping overconsumption is not an easy battle. It would be done more often if it were, but it's worth fighting because it robs us of much more of our lives than we realize. Things you can stop buying. Time to let go of some things if you haven't started yet. You don't need to get rid of what you already have immediately, but you can be more conscientious with your future purchases. Repeat products. How many pairs of belts do you have? How many sandals or shoes are inside the wardrobe that are unworn? Don't go out buying more products you already have, it's a waste. Bags. Many supermarkets have already adopted the famous eco bag. A value is charged on the plastic bag for those who do not have it. However, it's worth it. That way, buy your eco bag now. It will last for longer trips to the supermarket than you can count. Time to escape the vicious cycle. It's time to take a step back and realize that excessive consumption is not fulfilling your goal of happiness and fulfillment. Consumption is necessary, but overconsumption is not. If you haven't already, try to identify your core values by asking yourself these questions. 1. What are the things and experiences that matter to you? 2. When you look at how you spend your money today, does your spending align with these values? If you found this video informative and enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button as well. We would appreciate this gesture. Thank you for watching.